I don't know, but I think that's a 2. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's Charlotte Duke. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that
Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Kid Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Jeremy Lin is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
Here's Lin. Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Williams sends a screen for Kid Gilchrist. Back to Williams. All alone. Rebound by the Heat. Out left to the wing. Zeller. And that one comes up a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Winslow kicks to Johnson. Tries to save it. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. And the Hornets miss again. Miami trailing. Outside, Taylor. And that misses. That would have put him up. Charlotte's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Outside, Lin. Here's Kid Gilchrist. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Taylor kicks to Winslow. Shot clock at 5. And he hits it to tie the game up.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers!
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra...
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
Give it up.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
What a great game.
New group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. Johnson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And Taylor subbed in for Goran Dragic. The Hornets also changing it up. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Lamb in there for Courtney Lee. Taylor, he's in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Winslow. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Wade in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Richardson, he's checked in for Miami.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
The Hornets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
That free throw missing.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
He hits the second from the line. And Clifford in his 3rd year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. And he's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Richardson against Len. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Zeller. Yes! And a nice assist from Len. Zeller's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hornets.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in, and he makes both free throws.
They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting.
Taylor attacking. Williams with the block. They get it back. Hornets leading by 4. Lamb dishes to Williams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
And the first one drops.
Check out the stats for Williams. He's got 11 points and a pair of blocks.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet. Kemba Walker. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double with points and assists, and that was the catalyst for this victory.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
Kemba Walker's game.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new
You'll do the knowledge to the master builder. The new millennium, Hiram Biff. Gotta watch what I say to you. So I call my Satan, cause they really passed the statute of limitations.
You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
And a change here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Taylor in at shooting guard. Stoudemire out there with Johnson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Winslow in at the three. First one falls for him. Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10-31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
Hilton with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Dragic. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Williams' shot is off. The Heat leading by 4. Taylor with the ball, and Roten picks him up defensively. Lopez with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Roten with the ball. The 10-footer. And Whiteside sends it back. Wade drives in. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Zingas, he's checked in for New York.